Y'all, I'm beyond irritated this week. If you saw my last video, then you know kind of the end result of what's going on, but let's take it back to the beginning. So, towards the beginning of May, my car had some issues where it would kind of stall out during like driving, and when it stalled out, it wouldn't completely turn off. It's like it would still go, but it would only go like 5 miles an hour. So, we took it to one car repair shop. They said there was oil leaking on the spark plugs, which we thought it was an issue with the spark plugs. So then, they're talking about they're going to charge us for a diagnostic. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'll just take it to the dealership because I should still have a warranty. So I take it to Sterling McCall Hyundai on the southwest side because that's where I got the car from. And so I was like, well, I'll just take it to where I got the car from because they should have all the original details on my car. And anyways, I took it over there and I went ahead and told them what the issues were. They said, okay, we can run a diagnostic, whatever. And they said that should take 2 to 3 days. Cool. So that'll let them know whether or not it's covered by the warranty. Considering that I was told that there was oil leaking from the engine, I'm like, okay, well then that should still be covered in the powertrain warranty. So here's the part where we get into some bullshit. So he starts off telling me it's going to be 2 to 3 days. He said it'll be done by Monday. Saturday comes, he says, oh, we should be getting started on it on Monday. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense because you said it would be done. Yeah, we've been really backed up. Cool, whatever. Monday comes, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not really getting any updates, so I'm having to call in. So Wednesday come around, oh yeah, we should be getting started on it tomorrow. We'll get started on it bright and early tomorrow, mind you. Thursday, last Thursday, will now make a week. So let's say the 22nd. So that now makes a week. And I'm getting irritated because I'm like, I'm coming out for a rental car for this. Mind you, there's still other financial burdens that are happening with my dog's illness. Won't go into that. But that's definitely taking a burden. And for me, I'm now like, I'm not trying to spend any more money on a rental if I don't have to. Y'all told me 2 to 3 days. We're now passing a week. And so he's telling me, okay, tomorrow, bright and early, they're going to get started, right? So now Thursday, they're going to say, oh yeah, okay, Thursday, we're going to start on it bright and early. So they should be done by the end of the day is what they told me. We get to Thursday, end of the day, I don't hear anything. So then I got to call Friday. They say, yeah, we're getting started today. And I'm like, you said you were going to start yesterday. So now you can get the gist of where this is going. They keep pushing it out. First, they said 2 to 3 days. And they said, well, technically it's 2 to 4 days. I said, no, but I was told 2 to 3 days. Then it's 3 to 4 days. Then they changed it to 2 to 4 days. So now I'm realizing people getting on some bullshit here. And so then last weekend comes, still not done yet. By now they've done the diagnostic, but now they have to submit it over to the warranty company, who's definitely going to drag their feet. So I'm thinking, okay, so can I get some compensation for having my rental since you guys took way longer than you promised? Oh, well, if it's covered by the warranty, then, they'll cover it for you. And I'm like, yeah, that's an if. Mind you, though, I'm still praying. I'm like, Lord, please let this be under the rental. So every single day, I'm trying to get another update. My service advisor, Carl, may or may not be there. He said he was supposed to be working each day that week. And he may or may not be in the office. I'm like, okay, great. So now the service advisor who has all of my vehicle's details is unavailable. So now I'm talking to other people who constantly have to play catch up and can't really understand the historical conversations I've had. So that's pissing me off even more. There was one day this week, I believe it was Tuesday. Mind you, we're past a week. We're at like 10 days now. And Carl was out of the office that day. And I'm like, seriously? He told me to call. He was supposed to call me yesterday. Well, the day before that. So that Monday. And so someone else answered the phone. They accidentally were like, oh, yeah, we don't have any record of your vehicle in the shop right now. I'm like, what are you talking about, buh? I'm like, are you serious? So, but then I guess they had mistyped something. So now they find my vehicle. And at this point, I'm like, you guys have got to be fucking kidding me. So he's like, oh, yeah, I'll talk to Carl whenever, he gets back in. So, and he's like, oh, I think Carl's on vacation. Vacation, bruh? Okay. So now we're just on another planet. So, Wednesday finally comes. And no, Tuesday finally comes and they say, yeah, we'll have information on the diagnostic tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, right. So we finally get to Wednesday, which was Wednesday of this week. So that would be the 28th. And they call me back. So Carl's like, oh, yeah, Miss Sutton, can I speak to you for a second? I'm like, okay. So come to find out, the warranty had denied the claim. And they said that they are not going to accept it under the warranty. 2 weeks. 2 weeks just for them to tell me that it's not under the warranty. And guess what? Now I got to pay for the diagnostic. So now they're saying, oh, well, since it's not under the warranty, you're responsible for the $200 diagnostic. And I'm like, so you're basically going to charge me for having to come out of pocket. How the fuck does that make sense? I have no clue. So at this point, I'm pissed. You want to talk about a Leo bitch pissed off? Like it's in the middle of fucking August? Bitch. I was pissed. So I'm explaining to them my situation, and I'm like, at this point, y'all have taken all this time. I've come out money for a rental, plus other situations that are going on, and you now have your hands out asking me for more money for basically telling me that I got to come out of pocket. So then they try to come up with some deal where they're like, okay, well, instead of paying for whatever you call it, we can just charge you to fix it ourselves. And so they're like, oh yeah, we'll just charge you $450. $450. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Cause everybody just has that lying around. Yes, I have an emergency fund, but bitch, I am not trying to come up with $450 for the poor service that y'all did. So thank God my father works on cars and has taught me a lot about that. So he went ahead and ordered me the part that I needed. They told me it was a crankshaft issue, and he sent it to me overnight and was just like, yeah, you could save the money instead of worrying about that. Because at first I was going to just have them do it so I can cut my losses and at least have a working car. Well, once my dad showed me how to fix it, I was like, oh, bitch. Mind you, right, this would have been yesterday. They're talking about, oh, we're going to overnight the part and it's going to be here by Friday, because it was actually Wednesday evening when they told me this. So they said they'll overnight the part. So I knew it would probably get there not Thursday, but Friday. And so they were like, so we'll be able to work on it Saturday and have it ready for you. Tell me why I get a text from the missing and scarce Carl telling me, oh, hey, your part should be coming in on Saturday. And I'm like, no, I was told they overnighted it and that was coming in Friday. Yeah, I heard about that, but it may be coming Saturday. I'm like, okay, so here they go with that bullshit. I told them, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to come get my car and I'm going to fix it myself. Oh, okay, well, you'll still be on the hook for the $200. I'm like, okay, so what can we do about that? Because I'm now 2 weeks out of my own car, had to pay money for a rental, because you guys took way longer than you were supposed to. And now you're telling me that I'm paying $200 just for y'all to have done nothing, pretty much. Except tell me that something's wrong with the car. And I still got to fix it myself. So, I asked to speak to the manager, because at this point it was some bullshit. So, I explained my situation to the manager, haggled them down, and they're like, fine, we'll just charge you for $100, whatever. I'm like, fine, I'll just pay the $100 and then I just want my shit back. So today my boyfriend had dropped me off at the dealership. I took all of my car tools, paid them they damn whatever, $100 for the fucking diagnostic. And I parked my car right out in front of the dealership and got straight to work on that bitch. For me, this was my way of protesting for their awful, awful customer service and their lack of care for a loyal Hyundai owner. I mean, I literally owned a Hyundai since 2012. So to me, I'm like, I've never been a bad customer to y'all. I've been taking my car to you guys, and I'm like, and it seems like every time you guys give less and less of a shit about me as a customer. And, all I ask is that you honor your agreements, honor the timelines you set, and keep me updated. But no, you guys can't even do the minimum. I mean, that's just basic accountability and customer service. So I don't do chaos and confusion. I can't stand it. But at this point, I park outside and I start working on my own damn car. And in a matter of an hour and 15 minutes, bitch, I had gotten up in there and fixed it my own damn self. And mind you, I was so proud of myself just because of me getting up under a car. I don't normally do that, but God always makes a way. But even then, that's beside the point. Let me tell you something. Life is a certain kind of way when you find yourself having to work on your own car after it leaves the dealership where you bought it from. That's wild to me. And that just never should have happened like that. I mean, you're dishonoring timelines. And mind you, y'all just don't give two shits about anybody's situation. Like I said, that location used to be great before COVID, but something happened during COVID, and it's like new ownership came, and it's all gone downhill. Even the services they normally didn't charge for, now they're charging. So, anyways, I will no longer be giving my service to Sterling McCall Hyundai, or any Hyundai for that matter. They have lost my business, and I have a mind to go ahead and trade in my car for a different model, a different used model, and cut my losses, because I don't want to deal with that shit anymore. I mean, I never want to patronize a company that just treats their customers like shit, to be honest. And what's crazy is that they just casually admit to, oh yeah, some of the models, they leak oil, whatever, and that can cause the car to stall randomly on the road. And I'm like, so shouldn't that be a recall? No, it's only a recall of a certain number of cars. I'm like, okay, but I haven't worked on, whatever it was. They said the gasket, the oil, something that leaks from the engine. And I'm just like, you say that so casually, but that could end my life. But that's not covered in a recall or a warranty. Cool. Got it. And that's what I can't stand about capitalism, because there's this thing where it's like, how do I make as much money on the bottom line as possible? And what price am I willing to potentially put on someone's life? And I mean, airlines do it all the time, right? There are things that could be wrong with the plane, but corporate America has set up this culture where it's like, if it's not immediately cause for raising an issue, then like just let it go. And it's like, we'll fix it when somebody dies. And then it's like, oh, okay, now we got to da-da-da-da. A lot of companies did that during the pandemic. They could have shut down because they knew what was going on, but they're like, no, we're still coming in. But then they waited till someone actually caught COVID at the company. And then we're like, oh, we care about our employees and we want to make sure everyone's safe, so we're going to be working remote. And I'm like, yeah, bullshit. Because I'm like, if you really cared, you would have said, hey, we're going to stop this now before someone at our company catches COVID due to having to come in to work. But like I said, these companies in America don't give a shit. I can't speak for other countries, but I'm sick of this country. And it sucks because that kind of mindset, it's not even just with Hyundai. It's like, there's a lot of companies here. I always tell people, if you want to get to know the real America, have an emergency. Have a medical emergency, and you're going to see real quick how you measure up to the bottom dollar. But I won't rant too much more. Like I said, this was just supposed to be a story time. Long story short, though, I'm not fucking with Hyundai anymore. They've lost my business. I refuse to patronize any company, big or small, that pretty much just wants to take advantage of me. And I understand that, oh, okay, well, the diagnostic fee, somebody could say, oh, well, you agreed to do the diagnostic, da-da-da-da. But there's a principle behind. You also said 2 to 3 days, 2 to 4 days, 3 to 4 days. We get to 2 weeks, 14 days. I just got my car back today. So technically it's 15 days. So like I said, I don't tolerate that kind of thing. And it pisses me off that I don't have more power to not have to deal with that. But unfortunately, a lot of the economy is set up like that. Everyone wants to act that way. But like I said, though, Hyundai, I'm done with it. I'm not one of those people. It's like, oh, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Fuck that. I'll go find out for myself. But anyways, though, I'm not going to continue ranting. I hope that you all have a much better week than I have. I'm praying for a better weekend myself. It's supposed to be pretty decent weather. And I pray that you all Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.